Hi, my vintage Celine handbag has arrived, and I'm very excited to show you guys. Okay, so little did I know that Celine also um, had this horse bit style. I didn't know that. I thought it was only exclusive to Gucci's, but I just read it now that that horse bit style also was developed in 1972. So I'm not sure who had copyrighted the horse bit, because there's a Gucci horse bit, and of course Gucci is known for its horse bit emblem and you know things like that. So I thought at first, when I was looking at when I was looking at vintage handbags online, I thought it was a Gucci. So, and then I was surprised. Oh, it's actually Celine. So I'm like, is that really Celine? But anyway, I fell in love with the cognac color, orange. No, it's a brownish color, and with gold hardware and the smooth leather. Okay, so I'm so in love with vintage handbags, so everybody knows that already. And this is my second vintage Celine in a week. Okay, so I featured my ostrich I think that was last week, and I am so in love with that handbag. Okay, so but this handbag didn't come anywhere close to what I paid for the first one, the ostrich. But anyway, I'm very happy with the purchase. Although it's not it has some flaws, but the flaws are, very minor. I could have it repaired. Okay, so let's talk about the style. This has a very structured style, and look at the horse bit thing there. It has the plating has come off already, so I could have this replated if I want to. Some YouTubers do it themselves. They just buy the replating thing, but I'm not an expert yet, so I think I'm just gonna leave the replating to the professionals. So, okay. And it says here, Celine, there's a Celine engraving here. And this handbag has a lot of marks and scratches, but nevertheless, it's still very smooth. Okay, it's so smooth. And this has like 4 adjustments, but it's not long enough to be carried crossbody. So this is exclusively carried as a shoulder bag. And it does have that accordion style at the bottom, and the back is plain. I love the leather. Okay, so I'm thinking of sending this for a restoration, but I think it adds character to the bag. Besides, this I believe this was in the I think 70s, so it has held up very well. Okay, now so there's this it's not a magnetic closure, so it's just a clasp. It's a snap button thing. I don't know what was initially in here. I think there could have been a sticker here, but I'm not sure. I'm not really sure, because I still have to find a Celine vintage handbag similar to this to compare it to. Okay, it says here Celine Paris, and then I think the ones that are made in Italy have a how do you call it? Oh jeez, I've forgotten the mark, the punctuation mark up, on top of the E. But the other Celine Paris made in France did not have have that. But And I'm thinking I think it's just a guess because it says here made in Italy. It's probably a cloth here that they cut, because it says here, yeah, it's still readable, made in Italy. I think they removed it. It could be just there originally, because there's no way that it could have been cut, because otherwise it would have, it would have interfered with the zipper. Do you think so? I think so, because it says here made in Italy, and yeah, and the zipper has that apple-shaped C, and I think this did not come with a serial number like my other Celine vintage. Okay, so it has how many compartments? 1, 2, 3 compartments, and lined with a smooth leather with scratches, of course, but pretty much very, very good compared to Gucci's. With Gucci's, vintage Gucci's that have peeled off, it's impossible to wear them. You can wear them, but then you'll have dust, bits of the peeling and everything is just annoying. But anyway, this one, the only flaw that I see is this, which is I can have them reattach that or glue it, or sew it back, and that's the only thing. And I'm thinking of maybe just maybe having this recolored, but I have been quoted that to recolor a handbag that would probably cost me like $300. That depends on the size and the availability of the color, but I guess I'll keep it like this because it's beautiful. If I didn't know any better, if someone was wearing this, I would say it's a Gucci. Okay, so well, I'll keep them guessing, I guess. So it's a horse bit style, and I love the this is very, very comfortable, very flexible. You can see that. And it's like a belt. It's very, very flexible. And I love the rivets here. I mean it's still the horse bit. I don't know why horse bit, saddle, everything that has something to do with horses, equestrian, they're just so, because handbags at some point they were made for equestrians, and so they're called saddle bags and things like that. It's very interesting, and this definitely will hold a lot. This is very, very spacious. Okay, so let us measure this. This is where did I get this ruler? I love the texture of the ruler. It's very shiny. It's like it has a varnishing. Okay, so it has it's Westcott. What's Westcott? Okay, it's 10 inches. It's 10 inches in length, and without this is like 3.5 inches already, and it has not even been, you could definitely that would expand. So it's probably gonna be like 5 inches when it expands. And the height, this is a medium bag. This is not a small shoulder bag, and this is 7 inches in height, roughly 7 inches in height. The thing is, you cannot get the exact specifications because I really don't know how to describe the exact measurement. If it goes beyond this, I just say 7.5 or 7 point, something. So if it goes beyond the number, and it's not in the middle, it's like in between. All right, so it's really, really good. So this is a mystery to me, this tag. But if you can read that, I'm not sure if you can read it. It says made in Italy. I was wondering if it was originally like that, or maybe it could be a long cloth or something, and then they cut it because it interferes with the closing and opening of the bag right here. I think I'm gonna do more research on this. It's just that I was trying to get a Delvaux bag, a vintage Delvaux bag, but this is what I saw instead. But anyway, yeah, so my focus has shifted from Dior Trotter to Celine again, because I already sold my large Celine trapeze. And yeah, so there you go. I love this vintage piece. Okay, there's nothing like, you know, this craftsmanship, everything about it. You know, you can just, this is in the 1970s or probably 1980s. You know, it says here horse bit, 1972, early 72. So I'm like, oh, this is so good, guys. And is it still a horse bit? It is still horse bit. So I think it just needs replating and it's good to go. But it doesn't really bother me. And yeah, I love this handbag, guys. It's so good. It's so smooth and shiny. And oh, okay, I'm just gushing. I love this handbag. Okay, all right, bye.